What's it like being around Stephen so much in the lead up to this fight? I mean, I know
It's
you've
fun.
kind of done this before with like Robbie and stuff, but
Yeah,
it's kind of a
me and him are kind of friendly. You
Yeah.
know, we've known each other for years, so it doesn't really feel any different.
yeah. Is there anything you take away from training together? I know he said you guys had never actually sparred, but
We didn't really. He was more helping George prepare, so we didn't really get to work together. So we've just been more friendly on the outside for years, you know, kind of thing.
yeah. And obviously, you talked a lot about your contract in that interview with Ariel and everything. What's kind of the fall of all that been like for you? Was it just good to kind of get it out there and then move on with it, or is there been anything changed since that happened?
Nothing's changed. It is what it is. So right now, I just have to fight this fight, and I'm a free agent and see what happens.
It's not a distraction in your mind or anything, though?
It's an added thing, you know, on top of everything else that this fight means to me. It's just an extra thing to, motivate you, but it's not the main factor.
Yeah, you're trying to make it a positive in your mind, though, as much as possible.
Oh yeah, I mean it is a positive. I believe in myself, so I think it's going to work out. Martial art was a fun thing. It was a journey. I never focused on money. It was more getting my goals, accomplishing my goals, enjoying the experiences of being a martial artist, getting better as a martial artist, growing, and enjoying the journey. But now it's come to a point where I've done a lot of things. I feel like my value's up there, you know. I thank UFC for the opportunities that brought me to that. So I'd just like to be compensated and live a comfortable life for my family, and provide for them with that.
Yeah, because I think probably when fighters get into the UFC, it's so much about you want to be the number one guy, the champion, and all that stuff. And you fought for the belt, you're ranked number one. So when you get there, you probably look at things differently, right?
Definitely, yeah. After I got to that pinnacle fight that I always dreamed of, coming down from that, and everything leading up to it, made me start thinking more about the future a little more, because I got to that point, and now after that, everything's kind of a little different somehow. I don't know why, but it is.
Yeah. And would it be ideal to get this win, another title shot, another contract? Is that kind of the perfect situation for you, or do you think you might have to fight a couple more, assuming you stay with the UFC, to get back to another title fight?
Perfect scenario is I have the best performance of my life against Stephen, re-sign with the UFC with the numbers I want, and fight for the title and win.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting pretty.
Absolutely. And watching Stephen fight, he's obviously improved a lot since he first got into the UFC, but how do you deal with this striker with his skill set? Well, obviously you don't want to reveal game plan or anything, but he obviously very, quick twitch reactions, very fast kicks, all that stuff. How do you deal with that?
You know what? I've never actually competed against a karate style fighter. That's why I'm really motivated for this fight. It's new skills you have to develop for that style. So a lot of researching and a lot of practicing new things, developing new skills, and that excites me. That's why I love martial arts. There's always a new skill to develop and work on. So just training new things and exploring martial arts a little bit. It's exciting times.